Hello. Welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a N-Mix pullover. They're a okay K-pop group. They only have one talented member, but they have lots of good-looking members. So if you're a heterosexual male and you enjoy watching K-pop with the sound turned off, you would actually really like this group. They're called NMIX. Look at their videos because they focus on the best looking members because they want to make money, and they do have some good songs. But I can only take so much of the one girl that sings. There's this girl named Lily. She's the best singer and she sings the most, but I kind of can't stand her voice. But the visuals of the group are really good. Anyway, I had to change the background of my computer because looking at Billie Eilish was giving me problems. Like, she looks like a dog. She kind of looks like a dude. Like, there's just so many things wrong with her. So I just got a random picture that was on my computer. I happened to stumble upon a picture twice. I guess I was lucky I didn't stumble on a picture of, I don't know, like an airtight scene or something. You know what I mean? So anyway, my favorite person. We're going to. Oh wait, before we look at my favorite person, I wanted to show you this. I don't know if you can see it. So if I make it big, I wonder if it'll. Okay, I have to turn the sound down because there's music. Okay, but anyway, this is a park. Wait, I'll play it small and I'll play it big. So it's this in the middle. So this guy's at the park and he's passing out bottles of vodka to homeless people, and he says his tweet is doing more for the community in one day than Mr. Beast could in years with millions of dollars. And it's just him with a box passing out, the $10 bottle of I think it's either Taka or Popov. I didn't actually look. Oh no, it's that other bottle. That's the giant bottle for $11. It's even bigger than a handle. It's like slightly bigger than a handle, I think. Anyway, so you see he's passing out bottles of vodka. I'm sorry, handles of vodka. And then like let me make it bigger just in case. But yeah, so he's passing out handles of vodka to future scientists and doctors at the park, and look at that. Like, like okay, well, first of all, what he's doing is actually a good deed. Okay, here's the thing. Like, let's say they're panhandling. Okay, they're going to buy that anyway. See, that's the cheap handle because like that's cheaper than Taka. Like a Taka handle. Well, if you get a Taka handle from like a grocery store, there's a blue kind and the red kind. For some reason, the I forgot which one it is though. Well, last time I checked, it's been a while. The blue kind was $8.99 if the bottle was blue, and if the bottle was red, it was $9.99. Which I don't know why. Because it tastes the same. It's Taka. Like Taka is the kind of Taka's the vodka that they use at bars. So like anytime you go to a bar and it has to be and you get a drink that's mixed with vodka, they use Taka. Taka is the generic bar alcohol because it's the cheapest. And then like you move up in the ranks of vodka. Some people that think they're classy drink Sky vodka. Sky vodka is for losers who are still in high school, but when they bring a bottle of vodka to a party, they want to impress. Like, oh yeah, I got Sky vodka. Sky vodka is basically Taka vodka, except it costs $20 for a bottle instead of $8 for a bottle. That's the only difference. Like if you want real vodka, I'm sorry, Taka is real vodka. I recommend Taka. In fact, this video is brought to you by Taka. But when it comes to tasting the difference between the different types of vodka, the only ones that mean anything are Belvedere and I forgot what the other one's called. Well, because I don't drink them because like it's super super high end. What's that other vodka called though? Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. I'll just look it up. High end vodka. It's Belvedere. Grey Goose. Yeah, okay. Grey Goose and Belvedere. Those are the top quality vodkas, all right? And then there's Tito's vodka. I've had all the vodkas. If you want to talk about vodka, I can talk all day about vodka. But anyway, Grey Goose and Belvedere are the top notch. I'm doing bird hands like those women on TikTok. I've been watching TikTok way too much. Uh, Grey Goose and Belvedere are the top two vodkas. Like those are the vodkas like you get at the Playboy Mansion. Okay. Anyway, the difference of vodka is Belvedere vodka and Grey Goose vodka. It's been filtered more. So the more expensive vodka is means the more times it was filtered, and the more time the vodka is filtered, the less it tastes like alcohol. Like because when you drink a shot, you're like, oh, whoa, like it stings. So like tequila. Tequila comes clear and tequila comes dark. So like the dark one, um, I'm pretty sure this is right because it is about alcohol. Anyway, the dark tequila is usually meant for mixing, and the clear one is the one you take shots because it's been filtered more. Anyway, so like the reason why Grey Goose and Belvedere is so expensive, it's been filtered like 30 times, and then like Taka vodka, it's been filtered just enough to you know, so it won't be fuel, I guess. But I forgot how many times it's filtered though. It doesn't matter. But anyway, so this guy is handing out, vodka to the homeless people. So I used to do this, okay? And the thing that bothers me, there's so many things on the internet now that get clicks and views where I did years ago. Even with like Andrew Tate's red pill bullshit, I used to take like a group of guys, and I would show them how to do pickup and how to talk to women and stuff. And and like I had a vlog, and like I had a pamphlet, and I would like hang out with guys and go like, and, like they'd all like sit down. This is usually at a party setting if I'm giving the seminar thing, but if we're doing the pickup stuff, like we go to the mall or a bar, and then we make up some rules like, here, I'll show you how to talk to this kind of girl, and like they'd be like 20 feet behind me watching, taking notes, and then I would tell. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. But anyway, so like the Third Street Promenade is where I would do this because I had a girlfriend that went to Santa Monica High School. This is way back though. And this is back when the promenade had like all the homeless kids and the fake homeless kids. Like the reason why there are so many homeless kids at the promenade, or homeless people, but I just call them, it doesn't matter the age. If you're at the promenade and homeless, I called you a homeless kid. But the reason why there were so many homeless kids is because it was cool to be homeless. That's how good these rich Santa Monicans had it, that they would dress punk, and after high school they would go down to the Third Street Promenade because you could just walk there. They would go down to the promenade and sit next to real homeless people by the two dinosaurs, like in the middle, the two Ivy dinosaurs. And then like if you don't live in California, or at least in LA, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But Third Street Promenade is it's like a tourist attraction in Santa Monica, and it's like a mall, and it's all these like stores and bars and restaurants. It's like roughly 4 blocks of entertainment, and then it's right next to the beach and the pier. It's basically like a tourist trap. And so, in the middle of this walkway where there's stores on each side, there's like this giant brontosaurus, and like I think this giant is it a stegosaurus? I don't know. There's just like these two giant dinosaur ivy trees. I guess I don't know what you call it. It's a bunch of ivy, but the ivy is shaped like a dinosaur. I don't know how they did it, because I don't know how to read. But anyway, that's where everyone would sit. And so, because like all the homeless kids would sit there, because all the tourists would walk by, and just people would walk by want to take pictures of the dinosaurs. And so, like it's the best place to get change and stuff. And so then, like after school, we go sit there and like pretend, because life is so good, you have to like pretend that something bad's going on. So like all these rich kids are pretending to be homeless. But anyway, and I didn't know what was going on. And then my girlfriend was like, "Yeah, that person, he's in my fifth period. Yeah, that person." I was like, "Oh, so they're in the okay." And she would just point them all out. And so I was there so much. It turned out like half of the people there that were homeless were pretending to be homeless. And so then if you stayed there late enough, around like 10 o'clock, half of them would leave because they're going home. And the other half would, stay because they're really homeless. But so I just remember one time, I was like extra punk back then. I was like really punk back then. And there were these homeless punks. And so I just remember walking up to one of them that had like a Liberty mohawk. And so, I just asked him, I'm like, "So are you like really homeless, or are you, I go to Samo High homeless?" So you started laughing. And he's like, "No, no, I'm actually really homeless." And it was like three or four of them, but then they hung out with like the high school kids too. That's why I had to ask too. So I'm like, "All right, man, like, I'll see you later, man, because, I'm always there." It's like, "Yeah, cool, cool." And so like I like a few days later, I like went down there, and it was only like four like punk rock guys that were there. So I brought a handle of Taka vodka, and I'm like, hey, like, you guys want to party?" And I pulled out like the bottle of vodka, and like they all gave me a high five. It was four of them. They all gave me a high five. They're like, "Yeah, man." And one of them was like the shorter one. I forgot their names. Tall one with the Liberty spikes, and then there was like two others, and then like a short one. And like one of the regular size one asked if I had a mixer, and I'm like, "No, you guys are homeless." That's what I said. Like when did homeless people need a mixer when it comes to alcohol? And then like the guy after Liberty Spikes is like, "Yeah, man, he's all playing in character." But anyway, and then like I didn't need a mixer or chaser or whatever, because you know I just didn't. But I did have a Gator. I did have two Gatorades on me in it, but it wasn't for. I just like Gatorade at the time. I liked Gatorade, so I gave the guy who asked the Gatorade. So everyone got to drink the way they wanted to drink. So anyway, we get plastered, okay, and so around like midnight, the Liberty Spike guy, I believe it was Old Navy, or was it the Gap? No, it was Banana Republic. So like, Banana Republic had like a store there, And so, he's like, randomly, fuck the establishment, fuck this store. He didn't like the models that were used on the ads. So he walks up to the door. Now it's a glass door. It's closed. It's around midnight. So the only people there are homeless people, and like there's still bars there, but everyone is inside the bar. There's no one outside the bar hanging. So even though there's like 4 or 5 bars there, there's no traffic because of the bars. So like if you're in the bar, you're dedicated to being inside the bar, and then like you can smoke on the patio. So anyway, but we're nowhere close to a bar. The bar's on the next block. Anyway, I'm just saying, there's still people there though. So he goes to I just said it, the Banana Republic store, and it's like glass windows in a glass door, but there's a little space between the glass doors. So like he takes a piss and pisses inside. Like I guess I didn't watch, but he walks up to the door and he like pisses in between the slant of of the store. So he's pissing inside the store, and I'm just like, that's pretty stupid. Like he's being punk for the sake of being punk. Um, but yeah, so I want to say I did that. Okay, I remember doing it twice, bringing them a bottle of a handle of Taka twice. Doesn't mean I didn't do it more times, but I remember twice, because the first time is when he pissed inside. He like pissed through the door, like the crack of the door. And then the second time I remember there was a security guard was walking around. I was like, oh hey, I remember you. You brought those guys vodka last time. Because we were drinking and they walked by. I'm like, yeah. How else are these homeless people gonna? Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm just saying I've done this, but anyway, just making the world a better place. And then like after that, because I would be there all the time. Like I didn't see them after, whether it was the third or fourth time. I forget how many times I did it, but let's just say the second time. I never saw them again. So like either they like moved on, or maybe they were fake homeless. I don't know. Because like it was really an epidemic. It was like half the homeless people there were faking it. And also, you know, if you do it the right way, you can, some people did make a lot of money, supposedly. But, I don't know. Anyway, enough of that crap. My second favorite LOLcow. We're going to react to her video. She has a video called Remembering High School. I got to see it. Let's watch it together.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tyler, and today we are going to reminisce about high school. In case you didn't know, I graduated in 2020.
I'm just pausing it because I'm like, I hold in laughter every second she's on screen. That's why I'm doing this. Is entertaining to me, whatever. But for some reason, I like she's a funny human being to me. I don't know. There's just something about her. I don't know. Anyway, so she's gonna reminisce about high school.
Which, like, that happened. COVID happened, and I graduated in that mess. So that was fun.
It's almost like she's a caricature of a human being. It's like I don't believe this is a real person, and like if I saw her on a plane, I would go, this motherfucker isn't real. Like I would.
Anyways, just thought I'd reminisce, kind of talk about my high school things and what I wish I could change, because I got this question in an interview a couple weeks ago. He was like, hey, if you could go back to any point in your life, what would you change? And I was like, high school. So, I was gonna
Well, yeah, okay.
do a whole video about, like, my high school experience and, like, why I failed, because I said I failed. Like, that was like my
Because you're
whole
retarded.
personality throughout high school. It's like, I failed. Eventually I'll do a whole video on that. But my high school experience was
That's funny. Like the way her eye whatever makeup is, that's exactly how my ex girlfriend would wear her eye makeup. But that's the only thing she wore. And no, this is not why we're watching her. I'm not having like, oh my god, I can't get over my ex. I found a girl that has eye whatever mascara like that. Anyway,
weird. It was strange because I failed freshman year. So I did that. I showed up for a couple months and then I was like, no, I'm dropping out. And it wasn't because like I just didn't want to do it. It's like I couldn't go to school. So
why?
that's fun. I love that.
I need an
And then I
explanation.
came back. The
Wait. You can't just say you couldn't go and then not say why. Oh, that's some bullshit. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway.
following year, well, actually, I went to online school and I dropped out of that too. And then I went back to the same high school as a freshman again. So, did that. And then I went into sophomore year. Right? Yeah, sophomore year. I was a sophomore. My second freshman year didn't go great because I was still in the mood of like I failed and like I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm tired of high school. Like, I already failed. Like, why am I trying? But then sophomore year, I was like, girl, I'm trying.
You know, when she moves her head, in my mind, I picture a really small brain bouncing back and forth inside of her head. That's my visual. As you can tell, I'm very entertained.
And then junior year, I was for real trying, like really. Oh, also sophomore year, I got offered to finish high school early, and I tried to do that. I'm not 100% sure if that was actually sophomore year. I feel like this is not focusing on my face. It could have been early junior year. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But they offered to give me like online classes, and I was like, okay, I'll see. The main reason that I failed online classes freshman year was because I'm not gonna call the teachers. If you've done online school, you know that you have to do like the DBAs. Like, I can't do that. So I was hoping this was different, and it wasn't different. So I was going to school and doing online classes.
You know, I can tell why she failed. You know, it's called being retarded.
Like, how does that make sense? I don't know, but that's what I was doing to graduate early, and then I dropped out of that. And then the next year, junior year, I actually got into about October, and then there was a new guidance counselor. She's super awesome, and she was like, hey,
Hey,
I saw
retard.
you failed, and you should be graduating this year. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, well, I can get you to graduate. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing online classes. Like, I already tried that twice. Like, I'm not doing it. And she was like, oh, well, you don't have to do that. Like, we can just put you in real classes. And I was like, wait, what? Like, what? So, junior year ended up being my senior year. I don't mean to brag, but
Oh
like,
my
girl,
god.
I did junior and senior year in 1 year.
Okay, seriously. How does she not have more subscribers? She has 743 subscribers. Like, this is pure entertainment. I can't believe it.
I had honors classes, I had AP classes. Like, girl,
Hey, what?
my brain, excuse me, and I did very well.
Liar.
But like, my whole high school was just about grades. Like, all I was trying to do was, hey, I'm gonna get into college. And now that I'm out, I'm like, holy crap, like, I don't even want to go to college. Like, my whole life, I did that. Like, I was like, I'm going to college. It's so windy. I don't know if you can hear it because of my microphone. It might help, it might not, but I'm gonna give it a second in case it's actually.
Her midget microphone is funny too. Everything about this is funny, but I've usually in high school, if you fail, it's because you want to fail or you just don't care. Because I remember I had classes. Because it's like in high school, is it's like the first and third grades you get don't count, but the second and fourth grades are the grades that count. So I would get F's. Like I would be failing 5 classes on the first report card, and then the second report card, they were all C's and B's. Sometimes they, but they were mostly C's and B's. And then the third report card, all F's, and then the last report card, C's and B's. High school's a joke, and also, because I've always been a, person who thought the stuff you learn in high school, especially history is written by the winners, and so I didn't believe a word of history we had. So that was one class. I'm just like, I don't believe any of this bullshit. And so like a lot of times, like I think history is the class I cheated because it's like I didn't want to commit any of that shit to memory because I just didn't believe it. And then because of the internet and just doing your own research, you'll have like educated people who go, "This is real history," and you could research their credentials and like Hitler went to Argentina. He didn't kill himself, but anyway.
That it's like a tornado. Tornado is happening right now. I'm trying to tell a story.
I'm shocked Mother Nature is not putting you first.
Okay. um. Interesting. That was fun. I guess. Okay.
You're retarded.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I have no idea where I ended.
Yeah. That's why you failed.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh yeah. So my whole high school life, I was like, oh my god, I'm going to college. Like I need to do great. And now I'm like, no. Like no. I don't
You
want to
failed
go to
ninth
college.
grade.
I'm so done with school. I'm so done. Especially because my college experience, trying to sign up for classes, it did not work. Somebody messed up. Both my high school and my college that I was going to, they both messed up because somebody did not get my transcripts because somebody didn't send them, and then the college.
Wait. If you're gonna send your high school transcripts to a college, did you somehow edit out the part where you failed ninth grade? I don't know.
College just didn't want to sign me up. Like they were like, no, thanks. And then the last day to register, they were like, oh, actually, I can fix that. And I was like, I'm freaking done. Like seriously, no. You think I'm gonna pay you like $1,000 for a couple classes in a community college and it's online? Like no.
Damn, her and
online. Free
online.
if I'm taking it online. Just saying, like, it's so insane. College is the same price, if not more expensive. Sorry, there was like a whole swarm of bugs. Oh my god, there's more.
Why? I don't understand why she doesn't do these videos. I know there's more videos, so the location does change. I'm just saying, how come she's not doing these videos in her bedroom? She's living with her parents right now in this video. So she has a bedroom. I don't understand why she can't do this in her bedroom. It doesn't make sense, but hey, she did fail the ninth grade, so
They're just like coming out. Can you see them?
no, I can't.
Oh my god. There's like a swarm of bugs coming from behind me. They're like giant flies.
I think they're attracted to stupid.
Oh my god. No, they're like moths. Okay. Yeah, they're moths.
Yeah. Flies, mobs, same thing.
Weird things are happening in this video. Oh, more. Okay. So the thing started, COVID, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna delay college because I'm not gonna pay to take online classes, and you still need books and everything too. So it's not even like it's totally online. Like you have to buy books.
No shit.
You have to pay extra because it's online, which doesn't make sense at all. Like I have to pay a $20 or $50 fee because it's online. Like what is wrong with you? Seriously, like, what is in your brain? Because I don't understand.
Dude, college is a scam. You only need college if you want to be like a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, like something that's real. Um, Anything else you kind of don't, like women's studies. The only job you can get if you major in women's studies is being a teacher teaching women's studies. It's like some people's majors just make no sense. But anyway, if you failed the ninth grade, I don't even know why you're even considering college. And especially if you're a woman. If you're a woman, isn't it just easier to be a housewife? I mean, that's a great job. I'm not being sarcastic.
I don't get it. Don't know what you're trying to do, but I'm not doing it. And then that, oh, I'm delaying college turned into, I don't want to go to college at all. So
Well, that's
that's kind of
smart,
where I'm at
though.
right now. And basically, reminiscing about high school, I wish I did not try as hard in high school because I really isolated myself from everyone. I was like, no, I'm not having friends.
That's the smartest thing you have ever said, that you wish you didn't try so hard in high school. Because the stuff you learn in high school, it doesn't apply to real life. Like high school, well, I mean, American high school is a waste of time. Other school, I mean, look at the I forgot the exact news story, but uh, they were talking about some schools in like the flyover states, and one school in the South where they had like zero. It was like zero graduation rates. And it's probably a major exaggeration, or they pick like the worst school out of the thousands of school in the state. But okay, even having one school that had like zero is bad. So I mean, that says a lot. But and obviously we know who was at that school, right? We know the usual suspects. It's one of those schools that are suffering from fatigue. If you know what I'm saying.
No, I'm not talking to people. No, I'm not doing like literally anything. No, I'm not gonna talk to a teacher, even though they're super nice. I'm just gonna be like, okay, and then go back to doing my work. I regret it. Like, if I could go back, this is what I told the guy at the interview when he asked me this. I was like, yeah, if I could go back to high school, I would change how I acted because, girl, I had no friends. I was just doing my work and it was lonely.
Then why'd you fail?
Sorry, my arm was itchy. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, that's kind of. Okay, my hair not. Okay.
Oh boy.
It's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't think I'm gonna do college. Like,
You're
it
not,
sounds
trust me.
fun.
You're
The only
not.
reason I would do it is because it sounds fun. Like my dream job, social media. But I do need to have a backup, and I do have a backup now because I do have a job. But dream job would be at a zoo, and I just realized that I don't have to go to college to work at the zoo.
Exactly. You don't. But you could go to college and take a bunch of animal classes. Animal classes being the teacher's black. That was racist. I shouldn't have said that. I don't take it back, and I do not apologize.
Like, it's preferred, obviously, especially if you're working with animals, which is what I want to do. But you don't have to. Can I itch my arm and not move my entire phone?
Yeah, you can scratch your arm.
So,
Retarded.
when I realized that, I was like, yeah, no. Like, I'm not gonna go into debt and, like, have to live with my parent for, like, unnecessary things. Like, I'd rather just work and not go to college and get the animal experience that I need and see if I can work at the zoo. I'm probably gonna intern this year. They have like summer things happening, summer internships, and I might do that. I'm not sure. Why does my hair stop? I'm wearing lip gloss. It's like this super greasy kind, and it's becoming a problem because my hair.
Interesting. Interesting. My mind, I want to say the last, I don't know how many, whatever, 30 seconds, whatever. My mind left, I can't, like, my mind left my head, or my soul left my body. There you go. My soul left my body, and it was over there doing stuff, and it just came back. Okay.
Just gets in it. Love that. So right now my plan is to keep working.
Okay.
They have me kind of like on a fuller schedule than I expected. Like I'm working 4 days a week.
That must be hell for
Apparently, at
her.
least this week. I don't know if that's gonna be like a continuous thing. I think it will, but I'm not sure if I can enter and if I'm doing that. I'm sure y'all don't care,
Oh, I care.
but I do. This is my life on a video, and I thought that was not English.
You failed ninth grade. None of this surprises me that you can't complete a sentence and you can't tell flies from moths. None of this surprises me. And I feel bad because her dream, her, like, she really wants to make a living doing social media. Okay? She only has 743 subs. I'm shocked that a lovely young lady like this, who has a bunch of videos, only has 743 subs. I mean, she has more subs than me, and I've been doing this for over 10 years. Anyway, but I'm shocked, and then especially because she did OnlyFans, you would think all the people who were, I don't, you think OnlyFans would, she'd have at least 1,000 subs. I mean, I don't know, but whatever.
If I want to look back on my life, this is where I'm at. Like, hi, future me. I don't know what I really want to do, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Obviously, like, I have things going on. I have a job. I've got YouTube, which, girl, I'm not making money, like, obviously, but, like, this is definitely something that I want to do.
This is the one thing I do like about her. She makes new videos, and if she follows the algorithm, she could actually get a lot of subs, just because of Sims. She's not taking advantage of her looks, and I don't mean e-thought looks, and I don't mean OnlyFans looks. I just mean if she just stuck to the algorithm and talked about those topics, just dress normal like this. I'm not saying to set it up. She should get actually, because she's entertaining with her, like, she has a great personality, and she's retarded. And just in, like, being retarded is like, we want retarded famous people. I mean, like, look at Cardi B. Look at Billie Eilish. Look at every female Twitch streamer that's popular, like Extra Emily. Extra Emily looks like a Muppet that came to life. Okay? And I'm probably saying the wrong one. Whatever. The Chink. They all look the same. I bet you a lot of people think I'm drunk right now.
Like, I just think this is fun. Like, hi me, and then a couple of you guys, I don't know if you're watching at this point because this is 10 minutes in, like, who cares? I don't even care, like, no. But a couple of you guys actually interact with me and, like, DM me. I appreciate that, because, girl, I don't know, it's just fun talking to new people. Like, I don't actually know you, but it's like we're friends.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Get him in the parasocials. She's really going for the parasocials. Oh my God, I love it.
It's so weird. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The thing is, I watch YouTubers all the time.
Me
My
too.
favorite right now, if you want like recommendations for YouTubers, can it focus on my face? Like why is it doing that?
Because you keep moving.
Focus on my face. I don't know how to make it focus on my face.
Is she asking the phone to focus on her face? That's great. That's great. She failed ninth grade.
Oh, what did I do? Please stop doing that. Can you focus like on my face? Okay.
She's talking to her
Hi.
phone.
My favorite YouTuber is Irene Walton or Watson. I'm sorry, I don't know her last name.
My favorite YouTuber is Irene Walton. I mean Watson. I don't know her name. Oh Lord, you can't make this shit up.
But she does cooking. I love her mukbangs. I hate
Ew.
mukbangs because I don't like to hear people chew. I have that
Mukbangs is disgusting.
misophonia or whatever. What is it? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I hate it. But I can't hear her chew, and she is so fun to like watch. She makes it feel like you're actually there, and like, girl, like, I don't eat with people, so I'm gonna eat with her, and I'm gonna get over my fear of like eating with people, because I have really bad anxiety, and I can't eat in front of people.
I don't eat with people because I think people are disgusting and it ruins my appetite. If you've noticed, which there's no way you would notice, you weren't there, but there've been a few times where we go to restaurants. God, I used to play Hot Box. It's this game. We used to play at LMU. You have like four pillars that makes a box. It's like the size. It's roughly 8 by 8, and you have a frisbee. You have to throw the frisbee to one of your teammates inside the box, and they have to throw it back out to you, and then you have to get out of bounds. But like when you catch the frisbee, you can only take 2 steps. So you know whatever, like you toss the frisbee up, kind of like football, whatever. And so then like you're tossing the frisbee around, like people are trying to intercept the frisbee or tag you. And so like once you catch the frisbee, it's kind of like basketball where like they get to guard you, but they don't tag you, but they get to guard you. And you're trying to throw the frisbee to someone else because you only take 2 steps. Okay, and so then like it's pretty simple. I think I explained it well enough. You gotta take the frisbee, throw it into the box, and then after that, yes, you have to be thrown out the box and then get out of bounds to score. Anyway, we have big groups and we go to like Denny's after playing a game of hot box, and it's just so many people. I'm like, I'm not eating food with these people. But I would get drinks. So I'm like, I just want a drink, and I never said why, but it's because I just can't eat with a bunch of people because I would get completely grossed out. So I guess me and her have that in common. I passed ninth grade though.
Swine. I don't know. Anyways, I like her. She's very nice, and she actually, it feels like she's really talking to you, and that's what I love. Like, I don't want to call out Flo. Okay, you almost died. Are you okay?
I'm
Are you okay?
fine. Thank you. Oh my
It's
god, I
fine.
feel like you're talking to me.
I'm not gonna call out certain YouTubers, but certain YouTubers just make it really hard to connect to them.
Listen, miss, with 700 subscribers, I think you can call people out. Nothing's gonna happen. Wow.
Okay, I'm actually gonna call out one. Let's say Tana. Tana Mojo. You know, she used to do story times. That was fun. Like, I like the drama. As long as it's, like, not actually hurting anybody. Like, I like the fun story times. And then she turned into this, like, major... This bug on me. This major celebrity that, like, you cannot connect with at all. Like, she doesn't even look at the camera anymore. Like, if you saw her last, like, try-on video, she's like... This is her, like, trying on things. Okay, so this shirt is really cool. Like, she doesn't even look at the camera. Like, she's... Hey, look at this shirt, look at this shirt. You aren't even looking at me.
Oh, she's amazing. Um, I the reason why I don't look at the camera because I don't care if the person that I'm watching. I don't care if they're looking at the camera. And also, when I make videos, the main focus of these videos is my sharp wit and humor. And so, if you're looking at me, that would distract it. I think, but I guess everyone's different. But yeah, like I, I don't watch YouTubers because they're like Joe Rogan. He's not looking at the camera; he's looking at the guest he's talking to. But that's a different. I can't compare her and Joe Rogan. But if you're going for a para social subscriber base, then yes, you should look at the camera. And I think that's why Santana, I've never heard of this YouTuber, but that might be why she stopped looking at the camera because, parasocials are, the reason why K-pop fan bases are so toxic.
I don't know. That's just. I hope she's okay because like there were a ton of comments that were like really concerned for her. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in her life, but I hope she is okay. I miss the stuff she used to do.
Mm-hmm.
I miss that. Anyway, story time. My ear. I don't know if you can see it, but if you notice, my ear is super red. I almost ripped my helix out putting this hoodie on because I was trying not to mess my makeup up. So I was like trying to bring the hoodie like over my face, and it ended up ripping my earring. It hurt so bad. This was a video about high school.
Yeah, I know. I
And
was
now
about
it's
to say
become
that.
this. We'll go back to high school. Okay, hi. Let's talk about high school.
Okay.
I feel bad because I've stopped talking to all of my high school friends, and it's not even completely my fault.
Wait, you said you didn't have any friends in high school. She said 7 minutes ago that she didn't have friends in high school, and now she's saying I don't talk to my friends from high school anymore.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not completely my fault. But I just don't see them anymore because one, COVID, and like they're in school. Like, I don't have a car. They don't have a car. Well, actually, one of them has a car. She just won't like come over here.
You guys ain't friends.
Like, I don't know what she's doing. She's like, come hang out with me, and I'm like, I don't have a car. And she's like, I'll pick you up. And she's like, okay. And then she does it. So, okay. But the rest of the people, I just totally cut ties with them, except for two, which is the one with a car and then one without a car. But I've not seen her since school was in session in April of 2020. It might have been. When was COVID? When was spring break? Spring break is like my timeline of Corona because we were on spring break. We were like, oh, we're going back to school. And then it was like, no, you're never going back to school. And that was the end of my high school career. Like, I never got to say bye. Okay, this is sad now. Now I'm sad.
You know, I was lucky because high school meant nothing to me. I wasn't sad when it ended, or I was apathetic. Oh no, actually, I couldn't wait for it to be over because I just thought it was pointless. I just, the only thing high school was good for was like looking at hot chicks, and all those, like, all the hot chicks in my high school were dating guys who were in their 20s. It was like you could not that I had a chance, so I didn't even bother. But at like the top, let's just list. Well, I'm not gonna list, but let's just say the top 10 girls in school that people want to date. 6 of them were with guys in their 20s, and I'm talking all grades. So just the top best out of freshmen, sophomore, juniors, seniors. The very top girls on like attractiveness level, because that's all that matters with women. 6 of them were with guys in their 20s. So expand that. The school had around At the time, around 3,000 kids. So I want to say about mm, 100, excuse me, around, average around 100 of the girls there were dating guys in their 20s. And I remember I had a, oh God, it might have been my junior year. There was a, I think she was a, I think she was a sophomore. So she was 15, her boyfriend was 25. And I'm just like, none of us have a chance with any of these chicks because they're all dating guys with like full time jobs and cars and college graduates, like, you're like, dude. But at the same time, they were smart though because they're, well, I mean, like, because if you're a guy and you're whatever 25, you can't date a girl your age because the girl your age is dating a guy who's 35. So it makes sense, that the guy who's 25, well, he can't get anyone. So if he wants a relationship, he's got to go younger. So that's why, So it made sense. I wasn't knocking him, but that's why I stopped dating though, because I didn't want to continue that cycle. And so I forgot how old I was. I'm just like shutting it down because it's no point. But like the oldest girl I've ever dated is 24, which is some pimp shit actually.
I didn't get to do like one final walk in my high school. Like knowing it would be the last time that I was in high school. It was just like, okay, bye, I'm going on spring break. I'm gonna go hang out with my friend. And then I was hanging out with my friend and we got a notification. It was like, all schools are closed um, for like a week. And we were like, oh my god, we're gonna have an extra week of spring break. And then it ended up being like, oh, a month. Oh, 2 months. Oh, no, we're still going. And I'm in Florida, in case you don't know, but schools have opened up, which I think is
I don't speak that language. What the fuck are you trying to say? Like body language, facial expressions between humans is supposedly. I gotta get. I'm slurring my speech. I don't know if you've noticed. Body language, facial expressions are supposed to be universal. I'm slurring my speech between human beings. Okay, I don't know what she's trying to parlay when she does her stuff. Okay, I have no idea. So like, if she was mute, I wouldn't know. I don't know. I wouldn't know.
issue. I don't want to go into it. They opened up. I don't want to get political. I don't. I got political once. I was like talking about internal misogyny as a joke. Like I wasn't even getting into like the deep-rooted problems of like the things women face on a daily basis. It was like,
You keep proving you're a retard. In America, the only problems women face are the problems they cause themselves. So, what are some problems women have caused? Well, if you look at voting records, they caused um, sanctuary cities. And who suffers the most from sanctuary cities? Women. Because these third world animals love to, rape and kill you. They take benefits that could go to you. What about boys and girls sports or boys and girls locker rooms in all kinds of places, not just high school? Who voted for that? Women. Women are the ones who cause their own problems. What about women who can't find a man? Well, because women think that feminism means, being like a guy and trying to get a high body count. And so, like, they're like partying their ass off. And then, like, no real guy wants to be with a chick like that. Once again, you're causing your own problems. It's you. It's not men. Men are not doing this. How come men don't want to interact with women anymore? Oh yeah, because of Me Too. So men are afraid to talk to women because a guy would ask a girl on a date and then like he's up on charges. So you cause your own problems.
Oh my god, we didn't like pink when we were kids. And like this guy got so triggered. If you want to, you can go back to my channel and you can find that video. This guy got so triggered. He was like, "Oh my god, you're a feminist? You're ruining the world." Like, okay.
It's true though. Feminism. See, the first wave feminism. Like women should be allowed to vote. I mean, they shouldn't, but anyway, women should be allowed to vote. They should get paid the same as men. They should be able to own property. They should be able to open up a bank account. Okay. But everything else past that has ruined this country. So if you do your research, that guy was right. Feminism. That's why there's some countries that are just actively pushing against feminism. Okay? Like like in especially in Asian countries, they there's there's pushback going back and forth, but in certain Asian countries, if you're a celebrity and you're a female celebrity and they find out you're a feminist, you lose a big portion of your fans because there's so many negative connotations that happen with feminism. I mean, current feminism, because current feminism is just, you know, women putting down men. It has nothing to do because you have rights. You get paid the same as men. You have your birth control or whatever it's called. You get equal pay. You have your separate but equal stuff. Like, if a school is spending this much money on a men's baseball team, they have to have a women's. Like it's equal. So there's no need for feminism now. Now, if you lived in a Muslim country, okay, I get it. Yeah, of course you need feminism because like you don't count as a whole human. So that's different. And like what like the legal age of marriage is like 9. So yeah, that country needs feminism, but America no.
Okay. It wasn't even like that serious of a video, but that's why I don't like to get political. But personally, I think they opened up really early because they did. Like, they didn't open up like a month ago, they opened up months ago, and there were COVID cases, and dude, like, my hair in my mouth. Okay. If you're gonna close like restaurants, but the schools are open, like that makes no sense. Like, close both or open both.
None
Back
of it
up
made
political.
sense because it was bullshit. They closed the country down for the flu. And if you go on my channel, back when this first started, I said it was the flu. And you remember they kept, I know you don't remember, they took down at least 20 of my videos. Because I said stuff like, it's just the flu. Because I got my information from a doctor who had, I mean, doctors have YouTube channels. And just, and like, I'm not someone who listens to Big Daddy Government. Okay, but if there's a doctor, and remember, the thing about doctors is they all have different opinions. And this one particular doctor was like a biologist, hard to talk when you're drinking. And he said that this is the flu, but it's not acting normal. It's probably been manipulated in a lab. But he said this is the flu. And then I went on my YouTube channel and repeated what that doctor said. It's just the flu. Can you believe all the bullshit that happened over the flu? It's that still pisses me off, and it pisses me off that like people believed Big Daddy government when so many other independent doctors were saying that this is a modified version of the flu. But then the media kept pushing back. Oh no, it wasn't made in a lab. And then, because I don't follow our media, independent media, there was and this was on main media too though, but there was a whistleblower from Wuhan, a female doctor. I forgot her name, but it was like Ching whatever. And she said, yeah, this is a lab leak. And everything she said was true because she said this virus has a 99% survival rate. She said that, and this is before anything that happened, like lockdowns or anything. But they're still trying to scare people. And then she said we have two more viruses in the lab. One that has a 75% survival rate. One that has a 50% survival rate. That's what she said. Now this was a whistleblower, and then guess what happened? She disappeared. She got disappeared. But what she said about the virus was right though, and it did come from Wuhan. So I'm scared about the future because if that should happen with a 99% survival rate flu, what's going to happen when it's the 75% one or the 50% one? I don't know.
Just saying, like, it makes no sense. If you're gonna have kids running around, like kids, they're not wearing masks. From what I've seen, from what my friends have sent me, nobody's wearing masks.
Because masks don't work.
Nobody. Like,
Masks don't work.
all the pictures, mask down, face out.
Masks don't work. The virus is 1,000 times smaller than the holes in the mask. The only reason why you're wearing a mask is because they want you to be scared. And it worked for a lot of people. People still wear masks. See, I was wearing a mask before all this because I walked to work and the air is so bad because you're walking, so all the traffic, and so you have all the car exhaust. So I would cover my face because of that. But there's people who are still wearing masks. It just became a part of their everyday life, and so the cool thing is it makes the city feel more like Japan because they all wear masks, but whatever.
Like, why are you even wearing a mask? I don't know. Masks aren't political to me. Like, I will tell you, put your freaking mask on. Like, what is wrong with you? I don't care. Like, what is wrong with you? Like,
See, but she's one of those people that fell for it though, because she thinks the mask actually works. It doesn't. But I was saying that before, and those videos got taken down. But I was telling the truth. Masks don't work. There is no proof that masks work. If masks work, that means that Japan would have the lowest flu, cold, whatever rate on the planet, because part of their culture is just wearing masks. So I don't know why they do it, but probably probably hiding the dog for, because they eat dog. So it's in their teeth. Okay, I don't have to explain my racism.
seriously, what is wrong with you? But yeah, like, it makes no sense to have schools open, but everything else is closed. Especially when there's really no, like, rules for kids, because kids don't get in trouble for not wearing masks. It's just like, okay, like, they're doing their thing. Like, no, it's not okay. My personal thoughts, which I should probably not be saying,
Say it.
if a kid is not wearing a mask, they need to go home. Like, if they can't respect the rules, they need to go home.
This is pure entertainment. I did not know she was brainwashed. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I like her so much more now. Oh, I like her so much more now. Oh my god, she was one of the Nazis. Because if you think about how like people on the left call people on the right Nazis, but like people on the right were the ones that were like, no, we want freedom. So like red states were open and red states, had the least amount of rules. And blue states were the ones that were like, you got to show your papers. You got to show proof that you got vaccinated. You were forced to get vaccinated to keep your job. You were forced to get vaccinated. Yeah, like if you want to come inside this store to buy food, you have to show like the left was forcing stuff on you. Papers, you were discriminated against if you didn't have papers. So you're basically wearing the Jude draconian stuff like uh you couldn't visit relatives in the hospital. Like that's Nazi shit. I mean, if you have to call one side of the aisle a Nazi, it's the blue is all about like government on your ass, telling you what to do, putting people in categories. It's great. It's great.
And like they can't come to school if they're not gonna work.
Dude, she would make a great Nazi. Look at her. Look at her. She's a good soldier. I like that about. She's a good soldier. The government tells her the government says something and she does it. She's probably on her 12th booster shot. I bet you she got vaccinated. I bet you she did, and I bet you she's. I wonder how many blood clots she has.
Wear a mask. That's how it is. And that's how, it should be with so many places. Like, if you're gonna come into a restaurant, I said that we're a restaurant, um, and they're like, hey, put your mask on.
That made no sense. Hey, put your mask on, but when you eat your food, you're gonna take your mask off. See, logic doesn't work with these people. That is a perfect way to pause it. Do you remember how this is how you know masks don't work? Restaurants were open. You to enter the restaurant you had to wear a mask, but when you sat down at your table you could take your mask off. Logic. So what's the point of even wearing a mask? Yeah, logic. Yeah, I know. I know.
When you're ordering this, and you're like at the hostess table or whatever, I don't know what it is, but you're not like sitting down eating. Like, have your mask on, and if there's a rule, okay, a restaurant isn't a good example, but okay,
There
you're
is
at
no logic
Walmart,
behind
and it
this.
says put a mask on, like literally everywhere, and you don't have one on, like you need to leave.
It's a baby Karen. This is a baby Karen. I love it. She just became so much more interesting to me now. I am now fascinated by her now. I did not know she was a Karen. Oh my god, I love it. I did not know she was a sheep, and I did not know she was a Karen. Plus, she did OnlyFans. There's so much. This is a character, and I don't even know if she's trolling, but I am entertained. She's great.
Like, leave, and nobody enforces that. Like, I've worked at Walmart in a pandemic, and I've worked at PetSmart in a pandemic. They don't listen, and nobody really enforces it.
Because, dude, when I worked at Target during the pandemic, no one wore a mask because it was stupid. It made. I mean, you wore it for 5 minutes, and then you're like, why am I? Oh yeah, I'm wearing this because they told me to wear it, but yeah, I don't want to wear it. And like, no one was like, put it on. I'm like, dude, because during that time there were so many people going masks don't work, and then they had studies that masks don't work, and then it was like, remember Dr. Fauci was like, oh yeah, you don't need a mask now, you do need a mask now, you need two masks, oh no, but no, you don't need masks now. It was like, it was just to scare people, but smart people knew, sheep didn't.
And I don't know if I'm allowed to enforce it. It's the thing, like, because I don't want to get fired for making somebody mad. I don't know.
Sorry,
I feel like
Karen.
there should be a mask person, a few mask people,
Oh my god.
especially in big stores like Walmart. They just go around.
Oh my god.
I've reached my capacity for filming. Okay, I have no idea what I was saying, so I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all next video. I'm gonna film another one right now, so if I'm wearing the same thing, you know why.
No, shut up.
Have a good. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this. Probably Wednesday.
Okay.
Tomorrow. So have a good Wednesday, have a good Thursday, have a good Friday, have a good week, have a good weekend, and bye.
She's retarded. But she's very entertaining. Anyway, God, this might be one of my longest videos. I think the longest video I ever uploaded was 43 minutes where I talked about politics and how I would fix everything. I'm sure no one watched it. Anyway, you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace.